What's up, guys? And it's your boy Druden, and today I'm gonna show you how to cheat in Cookie Clicker. So as you can see, I don't know why it says this, or I know why it says it, but what you want to do is, look, I currently have 28 undecillion cookies. I'm going to go to the settings app. Then I'm going to go all the way down, click date and time. Then you're going to want to set it to the lowest date possible. Then go back on the app. Make sure it sets the date in the app as the lowest date possible. So in my case, it's November 4th, 2007, which was about 4 years before I was born. Then you go back on the settings, and then you set it to the highest possible date. And since I set it back to 2007, it's really laggy, but then I set it to December 31st, 2037. So now it thinks I've traveled 30 years in the future. And you can do this infinitely, because you can see I have 41.2 trillion cookies. That is a lot. But if I set the clock back, I'm not going to set it all the way back to November 4th, but if I set it back and then go back, it doesn't think I traveled back 30 years. It just thinks, oh, that's the current date, and he has all this stuff, so I get to keep it. And then it's starting to get really laggy, though. Maybe it's because I'm recording this, but then you do this again. And obviously your setting app might not look like this, so it might be different for you if you have like an iPhone or anything. And then you go back on, and it just thinks, oh, you traveled 30 years into the future again. And yeah, boom. And then you can just use it to buy stuff. And that's how to cheat in Cookie Clicker. And it's honestly really helpful. I know it might have seemed obvious, but it is really helpful. Because what I used to do is I would just go to sleep and then wake up and see how much I made over the night. But now I can travel 30 years into the future multiple times and just get the profit. So now I'm just gonna, and it's pretty easy to set the day back to normal. I don't think it affects the actual time, so if you want the time to be right, which you probably should have it as the right one, because sometimes it does change like the actual time. So luckily I have my school laptop right here. So yes, it's 7:02 p.m., but it's only 5:10. So I can set it back to 5:10. And then to make sure it stays like that, boom, and it'll only update now when a day goes by or when the time goes by. And then if you want to do it again, just click off. And there's actually a few other games you can use this in too. For example, this is another game I have, Cluster Duck. And hold on a second. Wait for it to load in. It's really laggy. I don't know if it's because I was changing the time or if it's because I am recording this, but it's really laggy. And yeah. And traveling into the future will make all your eggs ready to hatch. But it'll also, like, you see this? It's just 3 hours and 54 minutes. But if it was off cooldown, first of all, I could just go 3 hours into the future and use it. But if, let's say I just use it, it has a 24-hour cooldown. You can just travel a day into the future instead of 30 years. And then, boom. You just do that, and yeah. And I don't think I'm gonna look through them, because if any of you guys have these games, because maybe you downloaded them from seeing my videos, I want to show you some other games you can cheat in using time travel. But I think those are the only two. Except games like Bounty Rush, where you could do this to collect your daily rewards. But then if you set it back, it would just always make it take longer to get your daily rewards. You'd get one and have to wait 2 days. But yeah. And also guys, subscribe if you like my background. And bye.